tell you what, if I lived in your neighborhood, I'd be putting my house up for sale real quick. And I told you, I'm not bullshitting you anymore. Okay? This is real.
I know.
Your son's being charged as an adult. And I'm not messing around when I said we're coming back for you.
For what?
Because right now, you're in hot water.
I haven't tampered with
So we need to go back to Sunday, and you need to start over and tell me the truth of what happened.
This is Amber King, the doting mother of a troubled teen who thinks she can outsmart police. The twisted true crime case begins on January 7th, 2024, when police in St. Louis respond to reports of gunfire in a residential neighborhood. A car carrying 3 people has been riddled with bullets. One of the occupants has been shot and is rushed to hospital in critical condition. Bullets have also struck nearby homes, narrowly missing people as they slept. Investigators quickly determine the shots appear to have come from the home of Amber King and her teen son, Jaelyn. Officers are dispatched to investigate the scene and question Amber and Jaelyn. When they arrive, they discover something disturbing. Investigators have no idea they're about to get pulled into a shocking true crime case involving a dangerous feud, lies, manipulation, and a mother who will stop at nothing to protect her son.
And another one right there.
How long have these been here?
They haven't.
Okay.
That was there. Because that got broke by Cooper. No, because like I said, this is like the 8th time that he's been falsely accused of something. You guys came here, like I said, when the police came here when he was locked up in Everett, once for threatening a child, and he didn't even have a cell phone. 2, for breaking into cars and suspicious activity, and he was still in Everett, and it was Jordan Garcia. Him and Jordan Garcia look a lot alike. I've had people come here multiple times thinking my
Jordan
son.
Garfield in here?
He lives, well, he hangs out with a couple people around here.
But does he live here?
No.
Well, you have bullet holes in your house. It kind of looks like maybe target practice or something where someone missed a pallet, and then you have holes coming out of Jalen's room that are right
Holes in a
line.
screen are not like these 2 screens I had on this entire house
Yeah, you
when
said
I
that
bought
one
this
had
house.
holes in it too. That one has like a little tear on it.
That one is one that I just replaced. That's how shitty it is. Look, it's broken, and that went up there and fell off.
Well, we can call the prosecutor, see what she says, and go from there.
Yeah. I'm not putting Jaelyn through that. Like, he literally just had the cops here accusing him of shooting off fireworks and burning the neighbor's porch yesterday, and all we had was confetti cannons from my nieces and nephews. I know it wasn't. It's just the concept of it. It's constantly my kid that gets falsely accused of something. I let you search the property. You didn't find anything. I get you got evidence, whatever. But I don't even own them. I'm not saying that he couldn't get it somewhere. I'm not saying whatever else. But you don't even know the people that are involved. Like, you don't have any camera footage of my kid doing this. You don't have any nothing. Like that. I'm not gonna bring Jaelyn out of bed after multiple. You know how he gets. It's gonna be a whole tantrum. It'll be police, whole goddamn thing. Like,
yeah, it wouldn't be fun for anyone.
no, it wouldn't. I'm not gonna do it. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, I can't even believe that this is happening in the fucking neighborhood. Are you kidding me?
I agree.
Like, homeboy gets pulled. 2 weeks after moving in, FBI's down here for some guy in this house, and then whatever else, and then down here all the time, and this is insane. And I'm not subjecting my son to any of that. So if you hear from the prosecuting attorney and you figure out whatever, then let me know. But no, I'm not waking him up and doing any of that over holes in a screen.
Well, holes in a screen.
And there's holes in the house, and
that are
again
in line with paint chips on the ground.
Right, but that doesn't mean anything. You don't have any evidence stating that you've seen.
I'm literally laying out my case for you now, Amber.
And when the prosecuting attorney is going to ask you, like, you got camera footage of the car pulling off and nothing else.
Nobody else around.
Nobody else around.
It doesn't have an angle on that window. I didn't have the paparazzi out here watching Jaelyn.
Did you measure the angle to see if he shot it in a downward point? Like, that's what you're looking at?
You can look at where the car was, and you can look at the impact
in the light.
Site.
So you're going from this to this? No. So all different trajectories. Just
That's
some crazy man out here with
They hit one end spot and they branch off.
As the attempted homicide investigation continues, police learn Jaelyn has been involved in a long-running dispute with the occupants of the vehicle that was shot up. Detectives head back to question his mother, Amber.
Just wanted to check in with you, see if there's anything new.
I talked to Ben Brock today, the
Okay.
principal. He said he's gonna excuse Jaelyn because he didn't know what was going on. So
Okay.
Jaelyn will be at home because I guess there's issues with people at school threatening Jaelyn and stuff.
Okay.
And Jaelyn told me that I gotta talk to my daughter still, but I guess I don't know this kid, but I think his name's Jacob Torres or something
Okay.
like that. Messaged my older daughter and said, Jaelyn, don't worry, Jaelyn will get his. I got 3 months ready to pull up right now or something like that.
Yeah, if she's got that, I would definitely appreciate getting a copy of that, whether it's a screenshot or whatever it is.
Yeah, see, I can have her do that. And then Jaelyn told me that the day that he was at Walter's, 'cause he sent me. He texted me that day like 7:40 or something. Yeah, 'cause it was on Sunday, so at like 7:40 he texted me because he wanted to stay the night, and I told him no, like you gotta come home
Okay.
or whatever, because he said it wasn't that far, which it's not, and that apartment complex is right down there.
Mhm.
And when we got home, he says, I'm glad that I was at freaking Walter's house. I said, why? He's like, apparently Lonzie's got beef with me and wants to beat my ass. That was the same kid he got in a fight with that he wouldn't tell you guys who he got in a fight with before.
Gotcha. Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, and he texted him and told him, he's like, come outside, motherfucker, you're dead.
Mhm.
He's like, I'm sure you're dead or something like
Is
that.
he willing to share that with us? If he's got those text messages?
I can see if he will.
Okay. Yeah, I could do it right now,
I
but
just gotta see if Emily will send
yeah.
that too.
Okay. I work tomorrow, and Sergeant Four, she works Friday. Well, she works tomorrow and Friday. I'll be out of the office on Friday, but he can come down to the office and just get us a copy of that. We're not going to be asking him any questions without your consent or anything.
Right.
But if he has those screenshots of text messages that he's willing to share with us, he can email them to us, or we have work phones that he can send those to as well, and then we can add them to the report from there. Because if he's getting threats from other people, we'll be happy to add that to there, just in case something does happen. We have a paper trail on that.
Yeah. Did you guys figure anything else out yet?
Well, nah, I mean we've been working on it since we were here that night, and we've got. I was supposed to have two different people come in tonight for interviews, and there are no shows so far. And then I had two other people that called saying that they had information, and then when I showed up to talk to them, they wouldn't answer the door. So it's a whole lot of people telling lots of different things, but nobody's
Yeah.
talking to us about it.
Right, and I tried to have a heart-to-heart with Jaelyn, and I was like, Bubby, I was like, if you did do this, I said, I'm gonna need to know if you really did do this. I said, because I'm backing you up for right now. I said, but I wasn't home, so I don't know.
Yep.
I'm like, I'm gonna have your back. I said, but why would they find shell casings at our property? I said, the sergeant said she found 8 of them.
And then you said he was with Walter Jr.
Yeah.
and Walter's grandma. What grandma was it?
I don't know her name. She
lives.
Whatever this apartment is.
Yeah, the apartment's right over here in the corner.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, her
Okay.
place.
All right. And then Jalen's phone, is it a working phone? Is it work only on wireless?
It works only on Wi-Fi.
Only on Wi-Fi? Okay. So he doesn't have nobody can just simply call him or anything. He has to be on Wi-Fi in order to use it. Okay, because like I said, some of the other things we're getting is that there's so many freaking rumors flying around right now. It's unbelievable.
I've seen the post. I was tagged in 2 things.
One of them was he was running around town making phone calls, telling other people to roll up and whatnot. And if he only has a wireless only phone, there's no way he can do that without being on Wi-Fi.
That was the same thing that they said when they came before, when they said he was making threats through his account.
Mm-hmm.
I was like, he doesn't have a phone. He's in Everett, in a lockdown facility.
Yeah, that.
And then they came and they said that they came here and they're like, we need to talk to Jaelyn. And I said, well, he's not here. Well, where is he? I said, he's in a facility. And they're like, well, we have him on camera going to try to break into these cars. And I was like, no.
Yeah, if he's locked up, it's kind of hard to do that.
Don't.
Okay. And then the other, like I said, with all the rumors and crap that are flying around, it's almost like trying to do fire damage control. But
I swear, it's like that every time. I wish people would just tell,
So one of the other rumors right now, and I'm trying to be as transparent with you as I can.
Yeah.
Is that supposedly there is a Snapchat conversation that happened, but nobody's willing to give us copies of anything or let us see them. but there's a Snapchat conversation that occurred today that Jaelyn is supposed to have somebody picking him up so they can go over to wherever Jacob and Alonzi are, and they're going to finish what was supposedly started the other night. Now, I don't know.
Is that who was in the car?
It was Jacob and Alonzi that were in the car, yes. Yeah, if that wasn't already told to you, that
was not told
okay.
to me. Nobody told me anything.
Okay, so
Okay,
Jacob was
so
the driver of the car that was shot, and Lonzi was in the passenger seat of the car.
that pisses me off even more because Lonzi came over here like a few weeks ago trying to start over his dad.
Over Lonzi's dad or Jacob's
Lonzi's
dad? Or Jalen's? Okay, Lonzi's dad?
Yeah, because of Paige and everything else. You got my dad locked up, da da da. I said, your dad
That's right,
deserves
yeah,
to be
Ramon's locked up, yeah.
And I said, you keep running your coming over here and making threats, you're going to be in the same boat, dude.
Mhm.
I said, I'm going to tell you right now, I ain't dealing with it. I ain't dealing with the gang bullshit. What the think you're on?
Yeah, he shows up, don't even answer the door, just call 911 as an unwanted person. If he refuses to leave, we'll deal with him for trespassing at the very least. But yeah, if he shows up, just don't even answer the door. But yeah, so that's one of the newest ones we got today was that Jaelyn is supposedly had a Snapchat, something on Snapchat that
I wouldn't be. I wouldn't be surprised about.
That he was he was going to be going out. Somebody was picking Jaelyn up tonight, and they were going to go over to find Jaelyn. Or not, sorry, I keep screwing up names. Jaelyn was supposed to have somebody picking him up tonight, and they were going to go over and find Jacob and Lonzi, and they were going to finish what was started over here. So I just want to make you aware of that. I don't know what the plans are. I don't know if I don't even know if he's here. I went by earlier. I did get your message. I don't know if you got my voicemail.
Yeah, I did. I got your voicemail. He came out. He left early because
Yeah, well, there was when I was tied up on a complaint. I came by about 3:45ish, 4 o'clock somewhere in that area. There was an old set of prints that looked like walking out, and they weren't fresh, but with all the rain, it's hard to tell. But there was only a set of prints going out and a set of prints coming in. So I mean, it looked like it's just one person going in and out. So it didn't look like anybody else was here, but the normal lights are on. So that I couldn't tell you if that was there earlier or not.
No, definitely wasn't.
Okay. So, but either way, I wanted you to make aware of it. Supposedly there's something on Snapchat that Jalen's going to be sneaking out of the house tonight, and somebody's picking him up, and he's going to be going over to find Lonzi and Jacob Torres. So I want you to be aware of that.
Yeah.
But if something pops up, give us a call. If you need to, just simply call 911, okay?
Absolutely.
All right. Thank you, Amber.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Be safe.
With the evidence piling up against Jaelyn, police now have enough to arrest him.
Right there. Show my hands. Turn around. Turn around.
What I do?
Anybody else in the house?
Yes, Elijah's upstairs. What happened here?
Please, search warrant!
What I do? Chains.
Yep.
You got the chains?
No, I don't. I got the bus. There you go. Thank you. Who's Elijah?
Huh?
Who is Elijah?
This is my friend. What happened?
We have a warrant for your arrest.
Warrant for your arrest. For my arrest?
Yes, sir.
For what?
12-count felony warrant. Where's your mom?
She's not here. She's with Justin right now.
She's with who?
Justin.
Who's Justin?
Her friend. I'm getting locked up.
Yes, you are.
Yeah. Where am I going?
I'll tell you in a minute.
Am I going to Gratiot?
No.
I'm going to Midland?
Sit. I'll tell you in a minute.
Okay, I'm sorry, sir.
Okay. Stay right here. Where's your shoes? On the rack over here?
Yeah. Truck's gone, so. Oh, then yes.
Jaelyn, where's your mom?
She's with Justin.
No one else is up there.
Yeah, we gotta make sure we clear the upstairs. Go through there, basement's right down there, make sure
Oh,
nobody
y'all
else down
can't be
there.
breaking like that, bro. Stop pushing me.
Just stay right
bro.
there.
Stop pushing me. I'm not
Okay.
moving. I'm not.
I know, I'm just telling you, stay right there.
I'm not moving.
He was just setting his bag down, that's what you heard.
Oh, I thought that was them pushing the table
No.
into the couch because it's like into the couch right now.
Okay, no, that was them putting that bag on the table.
Jaelyn is transported to a juvenile detention centre. His 12 charges include firearms offences and assault with intent to murder, which could carry a life sentence.
Do you want to read him through his charges?
We can do it on the way.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Suspecting she knows more than she's letting on, detectives bring Amber down to the station for a formal police interrogation.
I'm gonna have to sign this here. Right here and date it for me, and then I'll.
Anything that I tell you can just remain Anonymous, please.
Amber,
Keeping my name from Jalen's report.
we'll discuss what I hope will happen. Okay. You got to remember, Amber, you're the mom. Today's the 17th. Okay, and I'm gonna sign it just so we both. 1724. All right.
I'm not asking in the sense that I don't care that Jaelyn knows. I'm asking for if I tell you things, I don't want my name being taken back to these other people.
No, I understand that. There's a lot going on right now.
I
Okay.
think there's a lot that I don't know about that's going on as well.
Okay. But I also think there's a lot going on that you do know about. And I want you to know that I know a lot that you probably don't think I do. Okay? I have been working on this case nonstop for the last week and a half. I have hours into this. Okay? So I know more than what you think I do. Okay? So that's why I want you to be honest with me, and I am going to be honest with you as much as I can. Okay? And if you want to stay anonymous in a report, Amber, I'm going to be honest with you, that's going to be really tough. Okay? I'm not going to bullshit you. Okay? It's going to be tough. And I want that to be out there. Okay? So, right now, like I told you at your house, Jaelyn was arrested for a 12-count felony warrant.
What are the 12 counts?
Let me see here. Oh, I didn't take a picture of it. I took a copy and they took it. You will be able to see that. So I know 3 counts are attempted homicide.
Mm-hmm.
And that's all I'm going to be able to tell you because that's all I can remember verbatim. Okay? And I don't want to tell you other ones and me get it wrong and you come back at me and be like, well, she said this and that's not what's on it. Okay. I know 3 are for attempted homicide because there's 3 people in that car.
Okay.
Okay. I want you to take me back to Sunday, January 7th and tell me what you know about that night. And then when we get from there, we'll come into all the other stuff that you want to tell me. But first of all, I'm concerned about January 7th.
Okay, January 7th, that's Sunday.
Yep.
So Sunday, and I'll start off by counting 2. That phone, I knew he had that other phone.
I know.
And I activated it for him. And he said that he messaged me.
Let me just say, you were way too willing to give me that phone that night. And then you were all concerned about your bag out in the car. His phone was in the bag out in the car, wasn't it?
Because
you were
it was
holding
in his pocket. My iPad was in if my iPad gets cold,
Okay.
it will ruin
Okay.
the Apple.
But you were just
battery.
too willing to give it to me, so I figured as much. It was a junk phone. Okay.
Because I had my own suspicion. I actually knew I should have given it to you. It was mine. I know that. And then I thought about it, and me and Riley had talked. Anyway, no, you asked me about 7.
Yep.
Okay,
Let's focus on Sunday.
Okay, so I worked Sunday until 8. Jaelyn called me on my way home and asked me if he could stay the night at Walter's. He sounded kind of out of breath. And it was cold, so I didn't think anything of it. I picked him up from Walter's apartment over by I don't know what they're called.
That night?
Yeah.
On your way home?
After I got home.
Okay.
Yeah. I went there and I picked him up from that apartment. He had messaged me before that and asked me if he could stay, and I didn't answer him, and then he said, never mind. He said, are you almost here? I said, yeah. I said, what apartment is it? And he said, I said, okay, well, I'm here. And then he came out and he got in the car. He didn't act weird. He didn't act anything. He asked me if we could go home real quick because he had to grab a bag to go give it to one of his friends at a park. And I was like, okay. So I took him home real quick and he's like, can we get food? We didn't stop anywhere. I said, no, I don't really have the extra cash right now. We'll go home and I'll make you something.
Okay.
And he said, okay. And we got back home and he was acting, I don't know, anxious kind of, not really like out of the ordinary anxious for Jaelyn, but a little bit weird. And then I got like a knock on the door, and it was one of the police officers. I can't ever say his name. That was long.
Eisenberger?
Maybe. I
Was
was
it the first time
confused.
that they were out there?
Yes.
Yeah, it was
the very
Eisenberger.
beginning, yeah. So he knocked on the door. He said we had a shooting in the area, and then I was really concerned because I was like, "What the fuck? What do you mean?"
Sure.
And he said that the neighbor's house, the elderly lady that lives next to me, her house was hit 4 times. One bullet went through a window into a room where her husband sleeps, and she had ricochets off her house or whatever. And I argued with him. And because he said that all the evidence he had came to Jaelyn shooting from his window, and I was like, those screens are old. Like, he would shoot from his window. Like, I don't even have a gun in my house. What are you talking about? Then, he asked permission for the dog, which was already looking around the yard, if they could be on the property. I was like, well, he already is. I mean, you might as well. Like, I don't care. Do what you gotta do. And he said, okay. Did whatever, and then I was curious if I was like, well, he said, and then he told me about the car. He said there's somebody in the car that got a gunshot wound. I said, is that person okay? And he said, well, we don't know yet because they're in ICU. We don't have any information. That's what we're out here for. And I said, okay. Well, then, as I talked to them, they wanted to know if they could search Jalen's room. And at first, I wasn't going to let them because Jaelyn is Jaelyn, and you know how, like, he's just mouthy and whatever else. And then that's more that I have to deal with and you guys have to deal with. Well, then I thought about it and I was like, you know what? My son didn't do it. Like, it's fine. Like, you can come in, you can search. Like, it's no big deal. So I let him come in and search. And then Jaelyn had some powder stuff, like, in the toilet or whatever. But to be honest with you, I don't hardly ever go upstairs. It's disgusting to me. So I stay in my area downstairs.
Okay.
I don't usually go in my basement either. It's not necessary. I don't go past that steps for my storage. Anyway, you guys came after that because he wanted to search the rest of the house, and I told him no, you can get a warrant because again, I'm not thinking there's anything going on with my kid or my house. It's fine. Then you guys came the second time, and I knew Jaelyn had the other phone, and I didn't really think about it at first, like because Jaelyn, it's just his track phone, and I just had that activated. So I was like, well, anything that they want, they can get from his Snapchat account because that's what he uses because it's a Wi-Fi phone. So it doesn't work unless there's Wi-Fi. So, and that's usually what he does.
But we didn't take it the first night.
No, the second time he came back, well, the second search warrant.
Yeah.
So this goes on for like 2 or 3 days, me asking him and asking him, and tell me no. Well, then Riley
Asking
told
him what?
about this because there was a whole bunch of stuff on Facebook. Xavier had stopped by to see him, and after Jay had talked to Xavier, because they were arguing about something upstairs, I don't remember what it was, and then Zay said that he was going home, he wasn't going to deal with this. Then he left with his dad, and I asked him what was that all about, and he was like, oh, it was nothing, and I was like, whatever. So I asked Riley, what's going on? She says, I'm not really sure. Him and Xavier got into an argument, and Riley was acting really weird. But way out of the ordinary.
So are we talking a couple days later?
Yeah, like 4 days later, something like that. Because it was almost, I think it was 7th. So then I had Wednesday off.
We came back on Thursday.
And then you came back on. So it was like, I think it was Saturday. Riley and I were out shoveling and doing stuff with the dog. And she was acting weird, and she's like, Mama. I said, what? She's like, when they took my phone, she's like, I'm worried they're gonna find something. I said, why would you be worried they're gonna find something? What did they have to find, Riley? She's like, Mom, I deleted conversations. I said, what do you mean? She says, on Jalen's Snapchat, because he logs into my phone. And I said, so for like his login? She's like, yeah. I said, of what? And she's like, he told Eddie he did it. I said, he told Eddie he did it? And she said, yeah,
Told Eddie he did what?
that he shot that car. And,
I'm asking because I know what you're talking about, but when I write in a report, I have to make it so everybody knows what you're talking about.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, sorry. So Riley had said that she had erased the messages, and she's like, Mom, I don't want to get in trouble for this. I don't want you to get in trouble for this. And we talked about it, and I was like, okay. I said, well, just give me like a day or so. I said, so I can call Chief Ramirez and talk to him about like what's going on. I said, because Jaelyn still won't tell me the truth about what he did. He keeps lying to me about it and telling me that he's like the first thing that he told me when I had questioned about it. He's like, well, I'm glad that I was over at Walter's house. And I said, why? He's like, because Lonzie was threatening me today. I said, threatening you? He's like, yeah, threatening to kill me. And he showed me this. He sent me a screenshot of the message, or not a screenshot, but I took a screenshot of his phone. And at the bottom it says what happened, and it was at like 7:40. But then that he texted me at the same time from Walter's house. So I didn't think nothing of it. And when I asked him about it, I said, "What do you mean what happened?" He says, "I asked him what happened because last summer when he whooped my ass, it was over something, and I wanted to know what happened before he showed up to my house." I didn't think anything of it. I was like, okay, well that makes sense. You know what I mean? Like if he's gonna tell you that whatever he's coming to beat your ass, it's usually over something. Because last summer it was over Xavier Zapata because Xavier had an issue with Riley or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got to the point where Jaelyn kept lying to me, but then told Eddie and told his sister and told Xavier exactly what he did.
But he hasn't told you.
No, he keeps lying to me. He keeps telling me that people showed up to his house threatening to beat him up, and when I asked him if he shot at the car, he said he shot a flare gun. That's what he told me, and there ain't no way he shot a flare gun and has a whole bunch of bullets and everything else in there. So when Riley had told me the following day after that, we were gonna come down and talk to you, and I didn't because I had to go to work and I had a whole bunch of other stuff going on.
Did you work today?
No,
We were here all day.
I know you were.
Amber, listen. I'm a boy mom too. Okay. My boy's a lot younger than yours. And I only have one. He's my one and only. Okay, I'm gonna make this personal now because I'm bringing my kid into this. Okay? I love him with every ounce of my being. And I know that you do the same with Jaelyn. Because I witnessed it when I was there when we were doing the search warrant, how you were getting him a blanket and giving him a kiss, and I see that.
I honestly believed that he didn't.
Okay. Okay. But what I'm saying is I'm a boy mom. And mamas with their boys are something different than with the girls. I get it. But Jaelyn has had issues for a long time. He has been, I printed out his CCH earlier, and he's 15 and it's 4 pages long.
I know.
Okay,
when I told the court that he had issues and I didn't want to be the mother of the next Unabomber,
yeah,
they told me that there's nothing wrong with Jaelyn.
Okay, well, I don't remember what I was saying.
You love your son with all of your
Yeah, but what I'm saying is, oh yeah, Jaelyn has been in trouble for a long time, and we've all known that. Okay, I have been over there multiple times. I mean, I'm very familiar with you. I'm very familiar with him. And I don't even work the road anymore. I'm so familiar with you guys. He just got off probation 1. And not long after that, we're getting multiple calls in that area for either fireworks or gunshots. Now I'm looking at my own life, and if my boy was 15 years old, I'm a single mom just like you are. Okay? Honest to God, it's just me and him. And if my boy was 15 years old and he has been in trouble, and there was a shooting by my house, I think I would think, maybe he did it. I don't want to think he did it. I want to think better of my son. But he's a troubled child. And he almost killed 3 people that night. 3. Actually, more than that, because a bullet went in
somebody's house.
into their pillow on a hospital bed. Okay?
And the lady across the corner from that.
It was a daycare.
Yeah.
I know.
And the one next to him has a 2-year-old.
Tell you what, if I lived in your neighborhood, I'd be putting my house up for sale real quick. Okay? And I told you, I'm not bullshitting you anymore. Okay? This is real.
I know.
Your son's being charged as an adult
I know.
for attempted homicide ×3 plus 9 other charges. And you know what? And I'm not messing around when I said we're coming back for you.
For what?
For tampering with evidence and everything else. So that's why I said, listen to me. When I said, when you leave the house and you come here, you think about what you're going to tell me. Because right now, you're in hot water.
I haven't tampered with
So
anything.
we need to go back to Sunday, and you need to start over and tell me the truth of what happened. Okay, because right now you're not. You're feeding me a bunch of bullshit.
That is what happened. I
Okay,
came home
when he said I need to take a baggie to somebody, what did he mean by baggie? What was in the baggie?
It wasn't a baggie, it was a bag. It was a whole bag.
Okay, like a backpack?
Yes.
Okay, what was in that backpack?
I need you to leave me anonymous.
Amber, you need to help yourself now.
I know, but I can't have this person come back to me.
Okay? Because, like I said, I'm not bullshitting right now.
I know, and I'm not either.
Okay?
I can't tell you that part unless I can be anonymous because I have Riley.
I know you do. You know what? And she's a phenomenal young
I know
lady.
she is. And
Okay?
this is the only reason I
But
haven't came here yet.
You need to protect yourself.
I can't protect
And
myself. You guys are not
you
going to be able
need
to protect me if I give you
to
this name and I
protect.
can't be anonymous.
Okay, I will do everything in my power to do that, but I told you, I can't promise you that. Okay? But like I said, there's a lot going on for you, Amber. Okay? 'Cause I know more than what you think I do. And as a mom to mom, I want to be able to help you. I want to go to the prosecutor tomorrow and be like, Amber told me everything. She's not hiding anything anymore. What can we do to help her? Because right now I'm going to go up there tomorrow and be like, nope, let's do it. She's full of shit. She's lying to me. Let's go.
I can't tell you that part.
Well,
And I know that you know, but I can't tell you if I can't be safe because it's for my daughter. Like, my daughter will not be safe if I tell you this information, and I know for a fact she won't.
Amber, I will do everything in my power to keep you safe. Everything in my power. Okay? Where did you guys take that back?
Jaelyn took us apart at the boat launch. And I think,
Right over off 46.
yeah,
You drove him there?
yes,
Okay.
he had a blue backpack. It was a Nike backpack, and I don't know how many guns that he had in it. He brought them from upstairs, and I didn't even know they were my freaking house, and I freaked out.
Okay, I believe you. I believe you.
And then there was this long one, I don't even know what the was. And I didn't know what to do.
Okay.
And that's when I got really scared because he's sitting here telling me to do it. And I didn't even look. I didn't even look.
Mm-hmm. Was this before? Yeah, this was before the police came the first time. Okay. Yeah, when we got back from, he's like, can we go get food? I said, no, I'll make you something at home, because I was just like, I don't know what to do. Okay, so he got in the truck with the bag, and you drove to Luffian Park by the boat launch. What did you guys do there? Did he show you all the guns? He didn't show me all of them. He just showed me this big one and told me, he's like, Mom, I gotta get rid of this. And I was like, for what? He's like, I just gotta get rid of it. And so at this point, you didn't know there was a shooting, right? No. Okay. I didn't know. I just thought it was another, like, a stupid thing that he took a picture of on Snapchat and sent a threat to somebody or whatever. Sure. And, he told me, he's like, I gotta get rid of this. And he was sitting there and he was like crying, and I was like, what are you crying about? And he was like, oh, I just kind of argued with my friend. And he handed me this big old, I don't know what it was. It looked like a rifle, kind of, but it's not. It's like a, so one of those assault rifles? Like an AR? Yeah. I don't know what, is that the one does it have a clip on it? Yes. Like a weird thing? Let me look up and see if I can find one on my work phone here, okay? Oh, let's see here. Was it black? Yeah. Okay, let me see if I can. Did it look like something like this? Yeah. It did? Yeah. I'm gonna write this down that I googled this, and it's a AR style rifle. It looks something familiar to that, right? Yeah. Okay. I'm not saying that's the exact gun because I have no idea. No, but it looks like that. Okay. Screenshot that and say that's the one. Okay. And then when he had told me that Lonzie threatened to kill him or whatever, I thought he probably like took a picture of that and sent it to him or something. And then when the cops came, like, I was no. Go back to the park. Yeah. And he handed it to me and he's like, I gotta get rid of this. And he was crying and stuff. And I was like, what do you want me to do with it? So and he's like, just pitch it. By the boat launch? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I just fucking pitched it, and then the cops came and. So hold on. So the gun is off the boat launch. Yeah, it's in the water. Did you walk out on? Did you throw it in the water? Yeah. So you walked out on like the. No, I didn't even make it to there. I stood on the grass and I just tossed it and. Okay. Okay. And then what did you do? I got back in the truck and I went home. What was in the bag? There was no. Before we went to the boat launch, that was the only thing in the bag. Well, after we left, because we went to Ithaca first. I took him to. They're gonna hurt me if I. Remember, I told you I'm gonna do everything in my power to keep you safe. Okay. So when you left your house, you went to Ithaca. He said Xavier had two guns that he needed to return. They were in cases in the bag. And he gave them to Xavier and we left from there. Okay. So there was two guns in the case in the backpack, right? You took those to Xavier at his dad's apartment? Yeah. And then you still had the AR in your truck. Okay. In the bag. And he gave us the bag and then I don't know, the bag's not important. He gave Xavier the stuff, and then we left. Then we went to the boat launch, and then we went home. Okay. So why didn't you give Xavier the AR? Because that one's not his, I guess. Because I heard that the AR was in your house the next day after the shooting. Not that I'm aware of. No, it can't be. It's in the river. Okay, so you're telling me that you went near the boat launch and threw that gun in the river. Yeah. So I'm gonna have someone go over there right now. It's right, like if you walk when you pull, so you go. I'm gonna actually go to here. Go to the bridge. You turn left. You go by like these little houses, and you turn in. And when you get to the little thing, you turn like this, and that's where I was parked. There's a tree. When we're done here, remember, I'm gonna have you go with me. We're gonna go over there, okay? So you can show me, okay? And then we'll get that out of the river, okay? So why did I'm sorry, I have a lot of names in my head right now. Why did Jaelyn have 2 of Xavier's guns?
I don't know that.
Okay.
I don't have any idea. Sometimes like they leave stuff at, like our house.
Okay. Maybe he just left them there.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't think that it was anything, you know.
So you guys left the park, then what happened? Why didn't you just have him throw in the river?
He didn't have a coat or anything on.
Okay.
And he was crying over so I don't know, but I assume it's probably what he did.
Sure.
Yeah. But then he lied to me and told me, you know, everything tells me.
Okay. Then you guys went back home.
Yeah, when I pulled up into the yard because where I park out front was all funny and gross, and
I stepped in it that night.
It was nasty, and I didn't want to park in it, so I went and parked in my yard, and then I went home,
And
I just thought that it was another one of Jalen's dumb thing, like, oh, you know, like he takes pictures and sends them to people. And
he didn't
like,
tell you you shot up a car?
No, he didn't tell me.
Okay.
And then
the police came and said something about a shooting.
Yeah, and then I thought about it, and I was like, no, there's, you know, like, I just got rid of that gun, but I didn't know if it was like another one of his like ones that are in the shed, the one that you guys got, like the CO2. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Like, because they have so many of them now that they look real, and he had another one that looked like a block that was a CO2, and I think that's what Xavier had too, was a CO2, and I don't, like, I didn't even think about it, and then I started to think about it, and I kept asking him, and he kept lying to me, and then Riley finally told me because I didn't want to believe it. Riley told me, she's like, Mama, he admitted that to Eddie. And then I just felt like a complete piece of failure because...
Where did the shell casings go that were in the same sandwich baggie?
I threw them away too.
Where'd you throw them? Are they at your house right now?
No, I threw them. I had them in my bag at work. Oh, I threw them at work. I threw them away at work.
What day did you throw those away at work? So the shooting happened on Sunday. You threw the gun in the river on Sunday.
Yeah, before I knew that there was a stupid shooting.
So then you found out there was a shooting and you got rid of the casings?
I picked up all the casings out of my yard.
You picked up all the casings out of the yard?
Yeah.
Okay. Where were the casings located at in the yard? So I'm gonna draw you.
I walk off my front porch, and you go right where my truck was parked.
They were right there.
They were underneath my truck.
So did you have to move your truck to find the casings? Did he tell you that they were there? Is that why you went back out there? So why did he say there was casings out there if he didn't tell you shot anyone?
He said that him and Xavier were playing with the gun the other day. It means, and he said that he was stuffing bullets inside the flare gun, and shooting them into the.
Okay, so why did you feel the need to go out there and pick those ones up then?
Because they were in my front yard, and I was like, that's dumb. And then, and I didn't know. I knew that there was a shooting. I knew that I got rid of the gun. I didn't know what size gun until you guys came back with that warrant for the 22 whatever. And
did you go out and pick them up before the police were there the first time? It was like when you guys got home.
Yeah.
He said, "Look, there's casings right there. Pick them up."
Yeah.
Okay.
And then I had them in that bag, and
they were right by where your truck was parked that night.
Yeah. If you walk, you know where I had my truck parked by my window between there, and then there's that green
bush
tree looking thing, and then there's like the oak tree between the road, so the sidewalk's like right there. They were literally right underneath like my path, like where my front tire was on the front driver tire.
How many do you remember? How many you picked up?
Like 20 something.
What did you do with them after you picked them up and took them back in the house?
I left them in that bag, in my work bag.
So they were like in a sandwich baggie?
Yeah, just in a...
And we didn't go through your work bag?
Well, you did. When you guys came the second time
but not that night.
that night, no.
You're in work bag.
Yeah, because I forgot I had them
Okay.
in there, because when I walked in, I had them in my coat pocket, because I had my coat on when I went outside, and then when I came back in, and I had them in the bag, then I got to work, I stuck them in my work bag. I just pulled them out of my pocket and just kind of tossed them in there, and then they sat in there, and then I threw them away at work, and that was yes, that was
Sunday. Probably Tuesday.
yeah, 'cause I had Wednesday off. Because the 8th was Emily's birthday, and I had called in because I didn't get to sleep until late because of the search warrant, and then
Mm-hmm.
so I went to work Tuesday, and Tuesday I had Wednesday off.
Where do you work?
Columbia County Medical Center.
Did you throw them away in your office?
Yeah.
Do you have like a cubicle or like a room office?
Mm-mm.
What do you have?
No, it's just like a big long hallway, and there's a bunch of desks in there.
You don't have like a little cubicle, like.
No, and then so we don't have like individual trashes or anything, so like I just kind of threw them in like the big one, and then housekeeping comes like at nighttime to take everything out to the big dumpster, and then.
Okay.
But there were little silver ones like this big, and there was like 20 of them.
Anything else?
That Jaelyn told me that I don't know if that gun came from Malachi or if it came because Malachi came to my house and stayed a couple nights, and Xavier was there, and Justin and I are friends. I know how it feels if anything gets implemented with his son,
Mm-hmm.
and if they find out that I sent him for my kid. I kept Xavier in my house for a couple days after that because he, like,
So
between Lonzy threatening.
So you hit Xavier in your house after the shooting?
No, Xavier stays at my house sometimes. Like, he was staying at my house and stuff because he was seeing Riley for a little bit, and Riley, he told me he did had other stuff at my house. And I thought it was I thought he was joking.
Xavier had anything to do with the shooting?
No, I don't think that Xavier did. Jaelyn said that he was home alone, and I picked him up from Walter's, but he didn't tell me.
So what did he, after the shooting, he ran to Walter's grandma's house? Because we did verify, because you said he was at Walter, Walter.
That's what he told me.
Yeah, and we verified he wasn't at Walter Senior's house that day.
He was with Walter Jr. over at 6. That's where I picked him up from. And I couldn't tell you guys. I was trying to wait to get, make sure that Riley was going to be safe and everything before I could say anything. But I'm sorry. You know I'm not a liar. You know I'm the first one to come turn him in.
But Amber, like I said, I mean, you're a boy mom. I get it. Like, we protect our kids.
Yeah,
but now you're in trouble.
Between protecting, you know.
Amber, that car he shot up was bad.
I have never seen it.
And well, I'll let you take a walk out there and look at it. It's in our bay. I don't know how someone did not get shot that night. I do not know how we didn't have 3 homicides out in front of your house. Maybe even 4 if that guy would have been laying in his window, by his window. 'Cause that bullet went into his pillow. What about all these cell phones and computers and trying to get stuff off from them? Now I know there's Did you have those try to be deleted and erased? And
No, Riley's phone, when I called Spectrum because she needs her phone, I asked them if I could replace it to file for like a lost one because you guys still have the password, so you can still get stuff off of it, right? So I asked them.
well, there's many ways we can. Even if I don't have the passcode, we can get stuff off from it.
You can
Even if
still,
stuff is
you can still
deleted.
see, yeah, you can see all of her stuff, right? So we called Spectrum so we could try to get her a new phone. And then in the process of doing that, when we were talking to them, I said, we'll just sign on, like, switch your iCloud over so we'll get you a new thing. And then when we started doing that, I was like, well, that technically tampering with evidence? Does that make it
Well,
look
by that
like
point, you're already tampered with evidence.
with,
So why stop now?
yeah, but I didn't know, at the first, I didn't know that I was, you know what I mean? Like, I didn't think about it. I didn't know that there was a shooting. I didn't know any of that.
So after the shooting, you guys didn't go over to that river and get the gun. So when you take me over there tonight, I'm gonna find that gun.
Yeah. I threw it in there. I haven't touched. If anybody else knows where it's at, because Jaelyn told them or what, whatever. But I threw that in. And it just kind of piled. Like I couldn't say anything because, again, one, I didn't know there was a shooting. I didn't want to think my son did it, and then after that, like putting everything together and being in shock, and then Malachi being at my house and Xavier, like if they come after my daughter, like.
Well, you don't have to tell anyone you talk. Okay? Because right now, what I'm concerned about is getting that gun out of the river. Okay? Now, I also want those shell casings that you took down to your work.
Yeah, like I said, they were in my bag. It's been like Tuesday. I don't know where our trash goes. They do housekeeping every night, and the housekeeping takes the trash out to the big trash.
And we're
at
a
night.
week past it now. Yeah. Where's Riley at right now?
I'll be honest.
And she's a good friend with her. I'm not familiar with Aviana.
Aviana Hernandez. She's living in apartments in Elma with her.
Okay.
Her dad was a police.
Oh, Saul?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I went to the police academy with Saul.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know his kids' names.
Yeah.
Or, I was thinking his ex-wife's name is Stephanie.
It is.
Yeah, they were, I married one in the academy.
I didn't know what else to do.
I know.
You turn him in for a shit.
Well, I thought that.
Yeah. Until I realized, like,
And I should have taken his phone that night and got a search warrant after I took it. Is what I should have done. But I didn't. Because even though it wasn't on the first search warrant, I still could have seized it for evidence and then wrote up the search warrant properly.
I would have. You know how it gets, and I couldn't deal with him, like, go on his sister or something else. Like, I love him when I do.
He needs
I
help.
feel bad for. I know, and I've been telling him this for years.
Well, he's going to be away for a little while now.
There's nothing I can do to help him. Like he did this to himself.
Alright, so what I would like to do, I'm going to leave my body cam on when we go over there the whole time, okay? Even while we drive over there. And I'm going to see if another one of the officers will go with us just to get more flashlights. And did you throw it out very far?
It didn't go out very far. It spun like 2 times and then landed.
Okay.
It's pretty shallow.
Okay. Hopefully it's not iced over. So let me grab a couple things. Let me just have you sitting here while I do that, and I'll come get you, and we'll take a quick spin over there, okay? If you you need more tissues.
Amber shows investigators where she threw the weapon into the lake.
Ooh. Yeah. Oh. Oh. All right. She said she threw it like right in here.
You're actually on a rock, so.
Yeah, I feel that. This is deep right here. So. She said she was up there when she threw it.
So you threw it from up there? Oh, 10 feet. So you're thinking, turn your light off, 50.
See where that little lump is? That's snow. Like
Way out there?
Right here? Where my
Yeah,
light
where
is?
your light is.
Yep. Right in there?
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
See if you can break this right here.
Still breaking myself.
Yeah. Ooh. Okay.
She saw the way out there.
Yeah. Man, that froze over fast, didn't it? Okay. And you said you were standing about a little bit behind this bench?
About right where you're standing.
About right where I'm standing. Almost even, just behind the bench. Says she threw it, saw it spin twice and land out into the water. Right about where my light is at right now, right in there. It's 8:24 p.m. We're back out at the PD with Amber. Anything else?
I have those. I have that. Printed text messages.
Okay. Do you want to bring those on to me tomorrow? Do you work tomorrow? What time do you work tomorrow?
I work from 7 until
Okay.
What's tomorrow? 17?
Are they at your house?
Yes.
Brett, can you go over to her house and get some printed text messages?
Yeah.
Grab those and just do stuff that you grabbed them.
Yeah.
And I'll add them into the report and all that. So what are the text messages from Jaelyn and Alonzo?
It says Alonzo on it.
Okay.
I don't know if it's like Lonzy.
Okay. Okay. You just want to go grab those for me. All right. If you can think of anything else, I'll be here all week. Okay? Call me, come down. Okay? Thank you. That's true. Come down. I always tell people that. Right? Call me. I'm like, oh, you can't. Sorry. I didn't mean to say that. I just forget.
No, I know.
So yeah, just come down. Okay? All right. I hope you have a better night.
Can you guys kind of like keep an eye on my house?
Yes. Yes.
Really worried
Yep.
about Riley being there alone.
Okay. We'll be doing extra patrol. And like I said, you don't tell anyone you talked. Okay?
I know, but once this gets submitted, this will be a public thing, and there's certain people that are tied to these people.
Sure. Yep. And like I said, I'm gonna do everything I can to keep you guys safe. Okay? All right. Thank you.
Detectives keep building their case. 2 weeks later, they have enough evidence to arrest Amber.
All right, Amber. I have a 2-count felony warrant for you. Okay? Count 1 is tampering with evidence. Okay, kind of explain that to you in the interview.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Count 2 is accessory after a fact to a felony. Okay. Count 1 is a felony 10 years and or $20,000. Count 2 is a felony 5 years. Okay. So today you're gonna be placed under arrest. Okay. Is there anybody? Is a dog here?
No.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Anything you need to let people know?
Yeah, I just have to message my boss real quick,
Okay.
and then give my phone to Monica, and then can I pee before I go? You can wait.
I'm gonna have to come with you now that you're under arrest. Okay.
That's fine.
You will be arraigned tomorrow in front of a judge. I'm not sure what time. And you will also be able to be videoed into Jaelyn's thing in the morning.
Okay. Do you have any notes or letters or anything for Riley? I just told her that I love her. I've been keeping her up to date, so let her know.
She's got my number, so.
Yeah, I told you to update her.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So you
guess
know why
that's
you're being arrested?
Yep.
All right, let's go get this done.
Sounds good.
Well, make sure you lock up, please. I will.
Central 473. Okay, slow down.
Go ahead.
One female in custody. Okay, we're gonna go around the front. Turn your legs this way. There you go.
Oh,
That
yeah,
better?
that's way better.
Okay.
Thanks.
Amber King is initially charged with 2 felonies, tampering with evidence and being an accessory after the fact. Jaelyn Winters is charged as an adult with 12 felonies, including 3 counts of assault with intent to murder. Investigators believe Jaelyn opened fire on the vehicle following an escalating feud with its occupants. His mother then tried to protect him, concealing evidence and ultimately disposing of the gun used in the shooting. The victim, seriously injured in the attack, survives. Amber initially pleads not guilty but later reaches a deal with prosecutors. Her felony charges are reduced and she pleads guilty to a lesser misdemeanor, ultimately avoiding jail time. Jaelyn also reaches a deal, pleading guilty to charges including assault with intent to do great bodily harm. In April 2025, he is sentenced to at least 2 years in prison.